All right, hope everybody had a good week 3 of fantasy football. I know it's DFS is frustrating, but you got to keep at it. You really do. It's not easy. I want to first of all plug Thrive. And I know people are going to go, "Oh, gross. Why are you doing this?" I'm doing this because I actually reached out to them and asked about partnering with them because I've had success. You see my balance up here? I only put in a few bucks. And on Thrive, you can do all kinds of different things. They have the contests. So these are free. The Jaguars and the Chargers are sponsored. And last week, I didn't even realize this till Monday morning. I entered this tournament and I won $7. Is it? Let's see. Chargers won. Yeah, this one I finished 153. This one I won $5. I won 2 on the other. So basically, they take a game here, and you select 10 props. I think they give you 14, and then they give you 2 ice picks, which means if you have 2 players that are inactive, they take the next one. So, and it's based on points. So, like I took the under here on Jared Cook having 29 receiving yards. He had 27. You get a lot of points because that looked like obtainable. So the harder the ones that you think, look at this, 281. It was 280 and a half. And then the good thing about the props in the prop lobby is it's really correlated. You can correlate your props. So look at this. Like if you believe Mahomes is going to go over 313, then Hill and Kelsey would probably do that. You could just do that one game. Oh, no, you got to do 4. And then you could run this back with maybe a Devontae Smith going over. Submit $1 pays $11 on 4 props. But I love the correlated, and check it out. I have a promo code. It's all in the description of the video. You'll see it. And use the promo code Radio Mike when you go to ThriveFantasy.com. Instant 100% deposit match of $250 for new users. You see it all here. 50,000 guaranteed. Contest for NFL Week 4. Look at all this. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I'm a Thrive guy. I like my Thrive. All right. The cover poster of this video is Justin Fields. Here's why. Look at that freaking score. This is a cash game. All right? I told you this. There's tools that you can take that I think are helpful that I've learned from others. I believe on DraftKings there are sharper players. I would play in smaller 50-50s. That's what I'm doing. Because, I've said this many times if you've watched these videos, in 100-person, 50-person cash games, I am seeing, in 100-person, I'll see 25 of the same lineups. No exaggeration. I can go get them. 10-person lineup right here. Do you see a duplication? No. But look at the score I get from the quarterback. Let's see. Interesting. Look at the 10th, 9th. They paid down, too, for Jones. He had Fields, Jones. You see where everyone went in cash games. Lamar Jackson, Herbert. Think about this. I got a better score. And this is making me rethink DFS, too. I got a better score by using a quarterback that you can usually determine they're going to have a lot of points, right? We can predict them, I think, somewhat accurately. Tight ends are tough. I think they're all tough. I think there's more wide receivers. We saw Deshaun Jackson this weekend. But with quarterbacks, we kind of knew in that Rams-Bucks game there'll be points. You know, I think there's some obvious. But the fact that now James White, I don't think is a great cash game play. Now he got hurt. I don't like some of these cash games, and that's the problem when you pay up a quarterback. and you pay up. To me, this is a hybrid GPP lineup because he stacked and ran it back. So that's a tournament lineup for me. I don't like to use tournament lineups in cash games. I stick to the old school, my 3 running. Derrick Henry had, especially cash games, I'm buying opportunities. In GPPs, your tournaments, you're certainly buying the upside. That's what you're buying. You would think, right? So, to me, at home, favorite, great spot. Barkley, his price. Now, did I think he would get more touches? Yeah, they made Booker inactive. I figured 10 days off. But at the price point, I didn't think he had any problem getting to 20 touches, and he did. And even at his salary, if he got less, that's fine. $6,500 for that type of guy at home, cash game GPP play. Even though that's I think that's good chalk. This is good chalk too. I figured for $4,800, you're looking for 2.5, 3 times value, and 19 touches, $4,800. For me that was Madison would have been the other play too, which I didn't change. And FanDuel, which I'll get to, I did. But for DraftKings, I stuck with those 3. And then I went and I said, I have to have this guy. I don't care that. Look at this. This is insane. He's becoming like the Christian McCaffrey this year. No, of course, no rushing, but this is what I'm buying. Those opportunities. And sometimes you don't want to go to the well a lot, but I figured Tampa Bay, I just didn't care. And I still thought the price was cheap. So I had to go there. I wanted a piece the other side of this game. And this is another guy. Look at 6,600. This isn't hard, folks, ladies and gents. Buying opportunities. Tyler Boyd, 4,700. For 4,700, that's not bad. 19 targets, And he scored. That's what helped him. Kind of a low floor so far, but for $4,700, I'm taking that at Pittsburgh. And I never really play the same teams, which I did. This was popping in my, give props to Fantasy Pros. It was popping in my optimizer, so I used it. I trusted it. And then I was building this and this after plugging in the running backs, my receivers, and then worrying about that because I loved this core that I had. So Logan Thomas, the touchdown, really saved me. I figured this was a game they'd be behind. I just like the price. He wasn't cheap, but there were other tight ends, and let's see where they went. Hawkinson, yeah. This shows you the other thing. He had nothing from his tight end and had a much better score than me. Pitts, Max Williams, wow. Hawkinson. I was, Kelsey, really. But, I figured, look at the sacrifice I think he had to make for Kelsey. This lineup is stupid. No offense. Playing these 2 running backs in a cash game on DraftKings, that doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Now, he had 2 guys leave with injury, but this is really a poor lineup to me. Lineup construction. This is a home run. These 2 are good. Shepard, for the price, that's worth it. I can't second guess that to the targets, and he'll be a good guy to target in week 4. But this is still the 3rd receiver. I know he's cheap. Still more of a GPP play to me. So, I was able to get here, and then the fact I was the only one that used Logan Thomas, and the fact that I had 5,200. I wanted Jones, couldn't fit him in. If I could have, boy, I would have had about 13 more points. I'd have been at 170. But doesn't matter. This is cash games, which I did well in my cash games. Did good on the Sunday night. I cashed in the Green Bay. This was good. Just did this free one. These have been killing me, but that was basically just, Aaron Jones. The pivot. And then, he wanted all those. Makes sense. But those showdowns are hard. You got to really tell a story with your showdowns. It's got to really correlate. If you play captain quarterback, he's got to have 2 pass catchers. I mean, most of you know. My best GPP lineup last Sunday was here. And I went with the Mahomes. Hardman, Kelsey stack. Ran it back with Mike Williams for correlation. Wanted the Seattle-Minnesota game. Had Metcalf, but this didn't work. Hines worked. I just figured Detroit's so bad that this would be better. This would have been the guy to correlate with Jefferson, pay down here. So you see what this lineup is. In GPPs, you got to have double, triple stacks, secondary stack. What's that mean? Herbert, Williams, run it back with Hilaire. That's a game stack. If they're going to go off, well, maybe because they're losing. Now, that wasn't the case, but this correlates. You know what I mean? If you think they're going to have a lot of points, then they're going to be points on the other side. So that's what he did. Then he correlated the Tampa Rams game. This was smart with Godwin and Higbee. Gets a piece of that. They both score. Solo piece of the Cincinnati game. Actually solo of the Minnesota and solo of the Giants. So not, I think for single entry, that's good stuff. All right, my FanDuel. Also, this is another thing that I'm doing, Prize Picks, which they suckered me into this one today. Oh, we got a discount. Prize Picks I love, and I've already had some success here. I deposited $20. I'm already up to 77. Look at some of my past entries. I did a 5-pick, only won $2. Lost 5 here. $10 here. I mean, I almost hit. This would have been nice. And $50. I got 4 or 5. This was a $20 win. $20 win right there. Yeah. Pretty easy. Prize Picks. I mean, you can cross sports. This is the board. Some of the props. Use these props when you're playing DFS. You really should. Got any comments for chat? No? All right. FanDuel. FanDuel was a good week. Played light. I got a free ticket, the Sunday Million. That lineup sucked. Balls. I went with the Wilson, Metcalf with Jefferson. That's wasn't horrible. Just didn't pay out. Herbert. I mean, look at this lineup. This lineup wins $1 million. Herbert, Eckler, and Mike Williams. Runs it back with Kelsey. Chase, Kupp, Madison, and Jefferson. It's nothing crazy. A lot of chalk. It worked. Mine was just this Williams pick sucked. Javonte Williams, okay, he scored, but not enough points. And Denver, I paid up. Went with a correlation of the Denver offense, which I knew, and I took a shot here at Will Fuller, and this just wasn't very smart. But in my cash games, it can bring you to, again, I think it's important to tell a story when you're doing this. And what I mean by that, don't randomly just play people. So what I do now these I barely cash, but on FanDuel, I go against that DraftKings rule where in FanDuel, I think you can play the $100 contest because, look, there's not many multiple lineups. 166.48, there's 3 of those, so they're getting an optimized lineup. But other than that, I mean, 2 there. Not bad. But on DraftKings, you'll see 20 of them. So here's what my thought process was. I actually paid up at quarterback, which I don't usually do. But the optimizer, Fantasy Pros, is great. And it suggested, this was really punching this out as a discount. So I still went to my running back rule. And when I learned that Madison was going to play, he was a lock for me. An easy lock. And then Henry and Barkley. Henry, I can't believe 27 people. That's it for the amount of work he's going to get. So then I liked all these guys really. And I think this lineup's pretty good with the exception of Hawkinson. I think I had a pretty good construction. And what I do for my cash games is I try to do mostly 50-50s. Then I do a couple of 33% ones. Top 3 win, which I cashed on this. Top 3 win first. Top 3 win first there. These 10-player leagues, these scores are not crazy. I mean, 133-38. So, all right. Hope you enjoyed it. Good luck. Email me, antonellis.michael@gmail.com. Follow me at the Radio Mike. Have yourself a great night.